I'm Kiara.
And I'm Iman.
And welcome to
How to Train Your Gamer.
What's your favorite genre game?
Oh gosh, this is fun. See, a lot of these questions you're going to ask are questions that Jadrian and I have both sat there at the lunch table and argued about. Club have argued about. I'm a big RPG fan. That's kind of just my vibe. I like storytelling. I like to see how stories get written by these authors. So
I like to play like sideswipe fighting games like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
What era did you think was the best era of games?
Oh, this is interesting, and I guess for Jadrian it'll be an interesting question because
I've only been alive 13 years. I don't have exactly that much.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think that the best era for games in general, if you're like gonna play through it, I think it's probably the early 2010s, at least recently, like the 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like that range. Which you guys were what, like 2, 3, 4, somewhere in that range. Probably from like 2010, at least recent gaming. It's probably 2010 to 2016 is where I think it really peaked.
Like, have you played any like older games?
I have, yeah. I played Siphon Filter 2 for a bit. It was a game from when my dad was a kid, and playing it, that the graphics during his time when he played it, they were revolutionary. And I was like, wow, that's actually very surprising because I didn't expect the graphics to be. Well, I mean, now they seem bad, but like at that time, I didn't expect them to be like that good because they didn't have like these 480 like graphics cards or whatever, these techie nerd stuff. Played a few other games. I forgot the name. I played the old Tomb Raider game. I tried one of the old Mortal Kombat games, but I didn't really like it.
It's funny that you bring up your dad talking about the graphics. I remember because I used to, this back way back in the day, Mr. G and his PlayStation 1, when I would sit there at my grandma's house, and there was like this Power Ranger game, and like back in the day, like it looked so real. Like at 5 years old, I swear it was like the actual Power Rangers. And then like when you look at like what the game looks like if you pull it up on Google or YouTube, like, oh my God, it's like pixels. Like you can literally see every single individual pixel. It's so bad, but it felt so real in 2005.
I grew up on the PlayStation 3, so I get that. When I was before I even started school, I was playing Mickey Mouse on my PlayStation. The graphics were so good too.
Yeah, right. It looks so real, I swear.
What's the best game that you played?
Like, in what context? Like, I can't just like choose any. Like, there has to be some sort of context.
Like, just in general, what do you think is the best game you've played?
He's gonna hate this one. He's gonna hate this. Tekken. Definitely.
Wild.
Tekken is one of the greatest sideswipe fighting games in history.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, what's your opinion on that?
On Tekken, well, I mean, listen, I host the game club. We do mostly Smash Bros, but I think
Now I'm gonna hate this.
the fighting games are good. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and diss fighting games. But him and I have talked about this. I think Tekken's like the fifth or sixth best like fighting game that there is, in my opinion. I'm just not a huge Tekken person, right? But I mean, I can understand the appeal for that genre, but Tekken, I'm a little on the edge with that one.
Because the thing about it's like 3D. Like you could go back. It's not just like side to side. You can also go like back and forth. You don't have to just jump and shield. Like it.
You ever played Street Fighter?
I have played Street Fighter.
Street Fighter's good. I love
It's
Street Fighter.
so good. It's so good.
I've only played the first one though on like one of them arcade machines. I've only played the first one. I wanted to get Street Fighter 6 though.
What qualities do you look for in a game?
That's a great question you're looking for. Well, I guess it's, it's weird because graphics is huge, but I also get, like, when the game's older, like, I don't, like, critique the graphics setup. So, like, things like Undertale irritate me because it's new and it's got bad graphics. But, like, graphics is something you look for, but, like, you also understand, like, based off the time period it's coming from. For me, it's usually that. Again, I'm a story person, so if the story's god-awful, it's gonna ruin the game and the immersion for me. And then it's gonna sound weird. It's, like, little nuanced details where, like, if you're like walking past like a door and like that you scratch the door and then I leave 5 minutes and then come back and the scratch is gone, like that's gonna irritate and irk the life out of me. Like I want the details for like if something happens, like if the window broke, right, I want the window to be broken 20 minutes later when I walk past it again in the game. I don't want it to be like fixed all of a sudden. So it's little tiny details like continuity, I guess.
I'm the exact. I don't really care about graphics if it just has like a good story because I like. I don't know how to explain it. I like psychological horror games, like the ones that mess with your mind. Like, there's this one that I've seen going around a lot. I don't know if y'all know it. It's called Mouthwashing. It has like PlayStation 1 graphics. And it's like a psychological horror game. The story I can't say in school, but it's really good.
I'm glad that you mentioned this genre. I've had kids come up to me and tell me to play this game and refuse to tell me anything about it. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. I had a game recently where my buddy Joey was telling me about it. And he's like, oh, you should play this game. And he told me like absolutely nothing about it. And so it was fun. It was like a cool little thing. But the game's like really, really like visually dark, not like storytelling. Like it's dark outside in the game. And so I'm like exploring and minding my business. And then I get mauled in the dark by some monster thing that I had no idea was in the game. So I'm glad you told me that this game is a horror game, because the amount of kids were like, Mr. G, play this game.
No, it's
and
a psychological horror game. You're not gonna be physically scared.
I get-
Scarred. Like you're gonna remember it like 20 years later. You're gonna be talking to your grandkids. Like you're never gonna want to play this game, not one day in your life.
I'm glad to know it's a horror game before I touch it, because I'd hate to open it, not know that it's supposed to be a psychological horror, and then just be so bewildered and confused.
Do you ever do gaming as a career? If so, what would motivate you to keep going?
You said do it as a creator.
Career.
Career.
It was your
Oh,
job.
career.
My bad.
I thought she said creator, like content creator.
Right.
As of now, I'd like to, but if I get older, I'd hope I'd have better things to do than play video games. But if it ever came down to it, then I probably would.
What would motivate you?
Money.
That's
Like-
what I'm saying.
That's so real.
Like, there's no food on the table. There's no point in me having a job. Like,
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a true statement.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I mean, I agree to an extent. I feel like it's like I get like the age thing, but like if you're making like $1 million a year, it's like you could be 57. I don't care. You're making $1 million. You're making $1 million. Like keep making the money.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely could, just because I mean it's a weird dynamic where it's like I don't rage here, but like I will rage at the game when I get frustrated. And I've been told by my family members when I was like 19 or 20 that like it's really funny listening to you just freak out at the game. So I imagine a lot of people have those moments where like they just rage and it's like peak comedy.
yeah, I used to get so mad at Call of Duty.
Funny moments where you get to see, I guess, people's reaction to your reaction. That would motivate me, is to see fan interaction with that.
Are you like the people that like smash keyboards when you reach me?
Oh,
Okay,
God,
well,
no.
here's the thing.
Absolutely
Hold on.
not.
I need to. So for the most part, no. I don't usually do that. There have been moments, especially recently. This is a game you guys can't play, but with Elden Ring, where a controller did. Rest in peace. But it was a little frustrating.
No, I could never break a piece of equipment. My parents would ground me for life. I could never. PlayStation controller, oh boy, oh my lord.
That's fair.
I can't even begin to describe what he'd do to me. It would be so bad.
Yeah, like I said, the 99.9% of the time, I'm good. Like just like, oh my god, there's no way. But
I've considered it though. I've considered
It's
just
a
chucking
thought.
my controller out the window. But it's like I have to think about like what's gonna happen if I do that. Because it's either I get grounded for life, or I'm not coming to school. I'm coming to school on crutches tomorrow. Like,
Oh.
there's nothing I could do. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Oh,
The end of the
okay.
podcast, and thank you for watching. How to Train a Gamer.
Yay.